So, most women do not struggle with their intuition. What they struggle with more so is listening to their intuition and then learning how to trust it. And that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. We're going to talk about how you can rebuild your self trust in yourself again so that you know what you're hearing is true to you. So if you're new to the series, hello, my name is Krista and welcome back to video number 6 in the Coming Home to You series. And today we're going to talk about intuition and how to be able to tap into that again, how to be able to trust it, and just simple ways that you can kind of reconnect with this if this is something that's kind of just been let go for one reason or another. All right, so let's get back to we've been taught to second guess ourselves since we were probably young girls. We outsource this from a lot of people. We, obviously probably listen to our parents, our families, our caregivers. We, listen to maybe friends or teachers growing up, the society that we live in, the normal paradigms of what is considered normal. So we have kind of outsourced a lot of this and it starts early. It starts early on. We've been kind of led to believe that what is true for us, and just to kind of second guess ourselves, like thinking that we don't know enough, we are not enough. And this is far from the truth. So if you've, disconnected with this, there's a good reason that we've probably been taught to just doubt ourselves in the first place as well too. We as women often might seek external guidance from outside of ourselves. We might ask for permission, reassurance from different people as well too. We often ask for good advice, and that's fine once in a while, but we don't want to be doing this all the time. Maybe it's just maybe you want someone's opinion, but we still should know what's coming true for us too, and what feels right for us and what feels like truth for us. So that's what we want to be able to kind of, just remember this as well too. And over time, this starts to erode our self-trust. If we are always outsourcing different opinions and different decisions to others instead of ourselves, over time, it's a gradual progression. We start to kind of just lose doubt with ourselves, and we don't know or trust what we might be hearing. And so this is a gradual progression, and one that's quite common. And so if this is resonating with you, you're not alone. It's very, very common. And but let's kind of start to kind of move this forward, and so that you can get back to self-trust as well too. So it can be hard. We've been probably taught to be good girls. I think that's common. I certainly was the classic good girl. We're taught to be agreeable and just to kind of go with the flow, accept things, be pleasant, be nice, be a nice person as well too. And so sometimes we do this out of love or security. We get something out of this. When we're kind of that classic good girl, there's something we're getting out of it, which, as a young child, we don't know this. We just kind of go along to get along. And oftentimes it's a very, gradual progression. We're not even conscious of what's happening. But when we kind of are that good girl, we are getting stuff out of that. And you can kind of maybe now with a little bit of wisdom, you might be able to start to see this. So again, we get some love. We get love with our parents, with society. We get acceptance. We get a host of variety of things. We get safety and protection by, being that good girl as well too. So that's one thing that happens as well too. Self-trust might feel hard for you because, sometimes we might second guess ourselves. We might not be sure of what we're hearing. And if we haven't been doing this work and trusting ourselves for quite some time, we will doubt ourselves, and we start to overthink. We ruminate, we go over and over and over, and slowly over time, we start to kind of, our decisions become, we get paralyzed, and then we do nothing. And then we wonder why we're stuck, which is kind of a common thing that women will complain about, feeling stuck because we just can't make a decision. And, nothing changes if nothing changes, right? So this is kind of a common reason of, we're just afraid of making the right choice. So then we make no choice, right? And then we stay stuck, and then months and years and time goes by, and then we get frustrated with ourselves. But really, if we kind of just made a decision that felt aligned and true for us, we can move forward and progress with it, whichever way we're going towards. Another reason why self trust might be a little challenging for you is because we just, we outsource authority. We think others know best. Somebody else knows more than I do. And we just kind of doubt ourselves too. We might outsource to, the person on the TV that, has this power position. We might outsource someone that has all these letters after their name, thinking that they know best, they know more than what I know to be true. We might look at, family members or people in different types of authority that we just believe, well, if this is what they're saying, then this just should be true. And even though everything against what they're feeling doesn't feel right, but they still doubt themselves. So this is a common way of why self-trust can slowly start to diminish as well too. All right. So let's now change the conversation and let's start to talk about what self-trust actually does feel like. All right. And there's a few different ways I like to kind of describe that self-knowing. And sometimes it is very subtle. It's just that quiet knowing, like you can't even explain it. You just know it feels right for you. And I like to talk about this as just this quiet knowing. And it feels right. It feels aligned. It feels truthful. Like it feels right. And you can't explain it. And that's the best way I kind of find as well too. And also it's not loud. We want to have that calm clarity too. You know, when we kind of tap into our inner voice, our inner clarity, again, it's very subtle, it's quiet, there's no fear involved. If you're kind of hearing this fearful voice in your mind, in your body, that's not your highest good right there too. It's supportive. You will find it being expansive as well too. So these are just kind of subtle ways that you can kind of trust the information that's coming through and knowing that it's right for you and it's aligned for you as well too. And another body cue that I find is very telling when we're tapping into this is just if it's expansive, like you can feel almost in your heart that it feels expansive. It feels right in your heart. And again, you don't need to kind of clarify this with anybody else. If it's a bit of a heart opening decision, you can pretty much know that it's for you as well too. All right. So these are just some ways, very subtle ways that we can kind of start to slowly bring back that self-trust in our life. All right. And just, being aware of that and moving towards that is a great way to start this process as well too. So I'm also going to give you a few actionable ways to be able to kind of build that self-trust back if it has disappeared for quite some time. And, take one of these, two of these, and just slowly start to implement them into your life. And you will start to see that trust come back. And then it's a wonderful thing. So the first one is just really to keep the promises to yourself that you tell yourself you're going to do. And I always recommend if you are, if you're starting new with this, just make them really, really small, tiny promises to yourself. Maybe have one or two or three that you're going to do every day and start small and do them. And then over time, you can expand this. But we don't want to kind of start off with these big, lofty goals that are just too much. We want to start really small. It might be going to bed at a certain time, like you're going to be in lights out at a certain time. It might be maybe having a glass of water before you have your coffee. It might be going for a 10-minute walk by yourself every day. Just small little promises that will support you, and then do them day in and day out. And over time, this will just build confidence in yourself. You know that what you say you're going to do is going to make a difference, and you are actually going to do it as well too. So these are just ways that we can start this process as well too. Another way we can build self-trust is to start to notice and listen to our body's yes answers and our no answers, because there are very subtle cues that our body will give us when we start to do this work as well too. So being able to kind of tap into what your body does when it says yes, and what it does when it says no is another way to build that self-trust as well too. All right. Another way we can build self-trust is to just let decisions be imperfect. They don't have to be perfect right away. We can start small. We don't need the big decisions to get going. Maybe it might be a simple thing about what we're going to wear in the morning, how we're going to dress ourselves. Maybe it might be that, what we're going to have for breakfast. Like, again, start small. We don't want to outsource maybe some of these big decisions if we haven't done this for quite some time, but just let them be small. So, if they don't go the way you think they're going to be, they're minor. And, starting with small is I think a great way to do it. And those are just things that I think you should do as well too. So also understanding that, self-trust happens over time. It grows every time that you start to choose to tap into this as well too. It's cumulative. It supports you, and over time, gradually over time, you will start to notice this self-trust be a big part of your life, and you can start to kind of make wiser decisions that feel right for you as well too. It is available to all of us, even if this has been something that's been disconnected in you for quite some time. It is available to you, and I would love to, I would love for you to tap into this, because once you kind of get that relationship back with yourself, it's so worthwhile, and just having that self-trust is really kind of neat and cool. So anyway, I'm going to wrap up this section of self-trust and kind of being able to tap into that for today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I appreciate that. I would love to know in the comments below. You can comment below just ways that you have noticed how your intuition, your self-trust has either waned over the years, or if it's kind of coming back online, and maybe we can share amongst the other women that watch this video, just different ways that work for you as well too. All right. Thank you very much for being here, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye. Have a great day.